Good morning, everyone. Today we want to talk about how to learn vocabulary. This is Solma Zajanpur, and we're going to talk about this thing. This is one of the questions that you asked frequently, and many of you like to know how you can practice your vocabulary and how you can learn new vocabulary. So I have some points for you that they can be really helpful. Let's see. First of all, you're supposed to use your new vocabulary. It means that do not just learn them, try to use them in your everyday sentences. It is very important to see and to use them in your sentences daily. So when you put the word in a correct sentence, then little by little it is going to set in your mind, and it is going to be one of the vocabularies that it is in your long-term memory. The second thing that it is very important and useful is to read every day. We all know that at schools, at language schools, they give us some things to read. It is important, very good it is, for comprehension, for answering the questions, tests, many things we read daily. But in addition to that, you're not supposed to abandon your reading, and you're supposed to do the reading while you're at home as well. You can read a well-written essay or a magazine article. Maybe you like to read some books, or even the news articles can be really useful for you. The other advice that I have for you is to develop practical vocab. Some words are not for us. Some words are just the words that we learn them, and not normally we go and use them, and it's not our choice. So please find the words that they are practical for you. So in this way, it is going to be much easier for you to recall and remember the vocabulary and to use them in a correct way. My next advice is about daily learning of new vocabulary. Daily, we use and we repeat some of our old vocabulary, but we need to learn some new ones as well. Okay, how many words a day can we learn? How many new words can we learn? We can learn maximum 3 to 5 words daily. Some of the linguists, they say that only one vocabulary can be learned. Learned means to learn in a way that you can use it, and you can really know what the meaning and where you're supposed to put that word in your sentence. In this way, you cannot learn too many vocabulary, like 50, 20, something like this. So please just get those many words that you can use them, and you can learn them daily. Add up every day and try to stick to your new words. Remember that you cannot learn too many words daily, so they are very important to repeat them and to practice some sentences using those words. Don't forget to diversify your reading list. You don't need to just stick to some of the special things that you really like them. For example, if I like natural science, I'm not supposed to just read about natural science. I can read about philosophy, about history, about architecture. Maybe I'm supposed to put some literature related readings, and try to just make it in a way that you get different words from different articles and from different sources. In this way, you won't be only learning the words in one direction, and only you would know many words about one topic. You would definitely make benefit if you can talk about many things, and if you can have a wide range of vocabulary in different areas. So pay attention to this as well. One of the most fun things to do to practice your vocabulary is to do word puzzles or board games. Easily, just search online board games plus vocabulary plus your level. If you're elementary, pre-intermediate, intermediate, or any other levels, you can have a Google search and write word puzzles plus advanced. Word puzzles plus, even you can have some topics, word puzzles plus animals, word puzzles plus blah blah. So in this way, you can do those word puzzles or some board games. If you have a peer at home or maybe a close friend, you can do it with your buddy when you are having some coffee together. You can easily have one of these papers and just go and do the game. So this way you will have not only fun, but also indirectly you are practicing your English as well. Please don't forget that you have to use divergent ways. It means that use 10 to 20 sentences because they say it is important to have 10 to 20 sentences made for each piece of vocabulary. For one word, you need to have 10 to 20 sentences in order to make sure that you have learned it. So use them in different sentences with different parts of speech. It means adjective, verb, noun. If they have adverbs, if you use them in different sentences, you would just learn how to use that word in different and in variety of occasions, and not knowing one single sentence and always using that word in a specific part of speech. Also, it would help about your reading. It's very important to practice this both in your speaking and in your reading. So, in addition to all of these, you need to go from comprehensive to expressive vocabulary. How? We have some words like the word I, or the word and, or the word come. How many times a day do you use these words? Many. We call these words active words. And we have some words like simultaneously or practical. Practical, even in my idea, it is very, very for me, it is very, very handy and I use it a lot. But some words are passive for you and you hardly ever use them. Like simultaneously, that not every day maybe you use it. However, it is really related to the person that you are or your job and things like this. So let's say simultaneously and the word come. We call simultaneously a passive word. It means you don't use it too many times a day or a week, and it's not being repeated too many times. But for a word like come, daily you use it a few times. So it is a very good idea to make it from just change these words from just being comprehensive and the words that you have in mind and you have maybe memorized some of them, into a more practical and expressive vocabulary, the ones that you use them every day. All in all, it is very, very important to know the definition of the word, to know how to pronounce it. The spelling of the word, it is important. However, these days, because we are using word processors, not many people pay attention to have the correct spelling while they are writing with their own hands. It is still important to know how to use the word as well as how it is spelled. Also, please pay attention how the word to how the word is inflected. It means you're supposed to know if how it changes, if it is a verb, a noun, or adjective. Also, the collocation, the brothers and sisters of the word. It means what other words are often used with this specific word is very essential to be known. And Also know that where and in what context and in what is the register of this word. Not all the words can be used in all the contexts and in all the topics. So it is very important to pay attention to these as well. Thank you so much again for listening and watching. Please follow us on ELSOL English YouTube page and Instagram page, and see you. Have a good day.